The honourable member for Kamloops, Thompson.
You're my date at every
Thank you,
table.
Madam Chair. I'll be splitting my time with the member from Montmorency, Charlevoix, and Hastings, Lennings, and Addington, please. Through you, Madam Chair, to the minister. Is he okay with the fact that Paul Bernardo, one of Canada's worst serial killers, remains in medium security?
The honourable minister.
Mr. Speaker, our correctional services makes those determinations.
The honourable member for Kamloops, Thompson Nicola.
That's not what I asked. I asked if he's okay with the fact he's in medium security. Yes or no?
The honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, this decision is not my decision or that of the Minister of Public Safety. These are decisions that are made by the Correctional Services Canada, and it's not subject to, in any way, my intervention.
The honourable member for Kamloops, Thompson Nicola.
The minister can order a inquiry, as was done by Minister Goodale. Will he do that? Yes or no?
The honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, I've already addressed this issue. The Correctional Services of Canada contributes to the safety of our institutions and communities by ensuring that all inmates are placed in institutions that match their security level. Inmates are classified based on the necessary degree of supervision.
Do we have points of order? She's from where? Yeah, no, I know. I have to find out to the member's constituency. Sorry? Oshawa. The honourable member for Oshawa on a point of order.
I believe the answers to the questions have to be the same amount of time as the question posed. So he was given...
Not approximately, not necessarily to the second. The honourable member for Kamloops, Thompson Nicola.
The minister didn't actually answer the question. Yes or no, will he order an inquiry?
The honourable minister.
I've indicated, Madam Speaker, the Correctional Service of Canada contributes to the safety of the institutions and they make these determinations.
The honourable member for Kamloops, Thompson Nicola.
He won't order an inquiry. How about Terry Lynn McClintock, killed an 8-year-old child? She is now living in medium security next to a child. Is he okay? The mother-child program. Is he okay with that? Yes or no?
The honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, Correctional Services of Canada makes these determinations based on the security risk level that they assess. It's an independent decision that's outside of the scope.
Honourable member for Kamloops, Thompson Nicola.
The minister can have policy on this. A sex offender that killed an 8-year-old child is living next to children in jail. Is he okay with it?
Honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, I have addressed this issue a number of times. This is subject to the Correctional Services Canada's...
The honourable member for Kamloops, Thompson Nicola.
That is a slap in the face to Rodney Stafford, father of Tori Stafford, who has to live with this. Will he say that to his face? Yes or no?
The honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, this matter has been addressed. This is in the purview of Correctional Services Canada, and it is up to them to make that determination.
Honourable member for Kamloops, Thompson Nicola.
Want to meet with the victim of a father, or the father of a victim, and that's reprehensible. Madam Speaker, what about Tara D'Souza, Canada's youngest dangerous offender, sexually assaulted a baby, lives at the same jail as the mother-child program? Is he just going to give us the same answer again, that it's up to someone else when he's the minister?
Well, minister.
Madam Speaker, I've been a minister for 3 weeks. Based on my understanding of my portfolio, this matter falls on the purview of Correctional Services Canada, and it is up to them to make these determinations, not the minister.
Kamloops, Thompson Nicola.
Does this minister have any control about what happens in his jails?
The honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, once again, Correctional Services Canada makes that determination. They're an independent body, and it is up to them to make the decision, and this is the way it should be.
The honourable member for Kamloops, Thompson Nicola.
Canadians, behold, your public safety minister has no idea what's going on and seemingly indifferent. Now let's get to bail. This minister said the bail system was sound. Does he stand by that?
Honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, I realize that we are playing to TikTok and other social media. Our bail system is something that we committed to strengthening, and we will do that, Madam Speaker.
Yeah. Honourable member for...
His words, Madam Speaker. not TikTok's words. Does he believe the bail system is sound? Yes or no?
The honourable member will wait until I call on him by his constituency name, the honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, we have a sound criminal justice system. It does require strengthening, and we look forward to doing the work in this mandate.
Kamloops Thompson Nicola.
7 people yesterday were involved as fentanyl kingpins. They were on bail at the time of the alleged offences. Does that sound like a sound system?
The honourable minister in 3 seconds.
Madam Speaker, once again, this is something that's before the courts, and I won't be commenting on this.
L'honorable député de Montmorency.
The honourable member for Montmorency-Charlevoix. Madam Speaker, during the campaign, I had the privilege of meeting people from all over my riding who talked about C21 and how concerned they were about it. Can the minister tell us whether he agrees that C21 is unjust? The honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, in terms of legislation that's gone through this House, it is the will of this Parliament where those decisions have been made. Anything outside of that is not within my scope, Madam Speaker.
The honourable member for Montmorency-Charlevoix. So honest farmers, law-abiding farmers who have firearms that are registered, they will possibly not be able to use those firearms to defend their own farms and livestock? The Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, we have a fairly robust set of guidelines for restricting guns, and Bill 21 addresses many of the concerns that I've heard from my constituents.
The Honourable Member for Montmorency-Charlevoix. Madam Chair, people in my riding are big fishers and hunters. Only over 68,000 people work in those industries. Will C21 prevent sports hunters from using their weapons in order to hunt for their own food? The Honourable Minister.
No.
The Honourable Member for Montmorency-Charlevoix. A lot of soldiers continue to train. They were trained by the Army. They use their weapons responsibly. There are firing ranges, shooting ranges, 3 of them in my riding. Has the minister ever visited a shooting range in Canada? The Honourable Minister.
No, Madam Speaker.
L'honorable.
The Honourable Member for Montmorency-Charlevoix. So he doesn't know how shooting ranges work, and yet he's willing to cut people off from that sporting facility where people use their weapons legally in a structured way. Will C21 affect those people? The Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, C21 was brought in order to protect the safety and security of Canadians. There are legal gun owners, there are hunters who legitimately hunt, and it should not be impacting those individuals.
The Honourable Member for Montmorency-Charlevoix. There are biathletes in my riding. They obviously use firearms in their sport. Will C21 limit them in the use of their firearms in connection with their sport? The Honourable Minister.
It should not, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Montmorency-Charlevoix. People, biathletes who use firearms may not be impacted, but what about farmers who need their weapons to protect their livestock? Will they be impacted? Would that be fair? The Honourable Minister.
No, Madam Speaker, unless they're using semi-automatic weapons.
The Honourable Member for Montmorency-Charlevoix. According to the National Police Federation on C21, they say the bill is going to cause significant amounts of personnel and resources to be diverted to cracking down on firearms. Does the minister agree with this statement by the RCMP?
I do not, Madam Speaker. Yesterday I met with the Chief of Police for Toronto who indicated that guns are a real problem and they need to be off the streets. That's one of the reasons why we've...
The Honourable Member for Montmorency-Charlevoix. Are they going to cut the repurchasing program for firearms? The buyback. The Honourable Minister. It's estimated to be costing millions of dollars, and yet there are over 3 million firearms users in Canada who own at least 5 weapons each. And if just one of those is bought back for $8,000, we're talking about a multi-million-dollar buyback program. Is the minister ready to invest millions of dollars on this in a way that's going to harm farmers and hunters?
Madam Speaker, this government is willing to invest in order to get guns off our streets, guns that legitimately should not be in the hands of individuals. Of course, there are legitimate hunters and farmers and others who have guns. The number he cited is patently false. There's a certain number of weapons that we want to get off.
Honorable député de Montmorency.
The honourable member for Montmorency-Charlevoix. The second leading cause of murder in Canada is with knives. Is the minister eventually going to buy back kitchen knives to prevent people from doing karate courses? The honourable minister.
I'm not sure humor is the right form for this very serious conversation, Madam Speaker.
The honourable member for Hastings, Lennox, Addington, Tianidog.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Your new border bill does not include combating violence against women and interpartner violence. Is that deliberate?
The honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, there are many elements to the border bill, including ensuring that those who are convicted under this have information disclosed when they travel. There's many other elements I'll look
for. Hastings, Lennox, Addington, Tianidog.
Thank you. Is intimate partner violence a priority for this government?
The honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, intimate partner violence is absolutely important for this government. It's something that the Prime Minister confirmed, and this is something that we as a government will address.
The honourable member.
C2 does not grant human traffickers running across the border the possibility of bail. True or false?
The honourable minister.
This is not a bail bill, Madam Speaker. It's a border bill, and I would be more than glad to go through the bill with the member opposite.
The honourable member.
Does it grant kidnappers the possibility of bail? True or false?
The honourable minister.
Perhaps it's important that members opposite read the bill before asking questions. This is not a bail.
Member. The honourable member.
Thanks.
Does this minister know how many sexual assaults were reported in 2021?
Honourable minister.
Not exactly, Madam Speaker, but it is something that is of serious concern to all Canadians.
The honourable member.
We don't know the number. Madam Speaker, does this minister know how many victims of interpartner violence there was in 2022?
The honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, I've met with many those who have been impacted by intimate partner violence. In my previous role as Secretary of State, Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Justice, I met many organizations and women who have been...
Member. The honourable member. Yes.
Point of order.
Yes, the honourable member.
I'm seeing a pattern here of the minister deliberately giving a response that is substantially longer than the length of time it took to ask the question.
The member to get some answers, but okay, the honourable member, yes, then I cut him. I did cut the minister more than once.
Does C2 itself include any additional funding for police services, maritime patrol, IRCC, CBSA, or public safety? Yes or no?
We are investing $1.3 billion to the border. We're committing to 1,000 new RCMP and 1,000 new...
The honourable member.
Were any victim rights organizations consulted during the drafting process of C2?
The honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, many elements of the bill we have done consultations on. We look forward to a robust discussion.
The honourable member.
Does C2 include the Prime Minister's promised bail reform?
The honourable minister.
Once again, I'll repeat, this is not a bail bill, this is a borders bill.
The honourable member.
Numbers again. Does the minister know how many sexual assaults were reported? Is it 30,000, 100,000? Do you have a ballpark idea?
The honourable minister.
No, Madam Speaker, I do not. I do know it's a significant issue that impacts Canadians, women across this country.
The honourable member.
These are human lives. Does C2 repeal previous Liberal legislation that grants predators the possibility of bail? Yes or no?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, this is not a bail reform bill. This is a bill on borders.
Honourable Member.
Were any women's rights organizations consulted during the drafting of C2?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, many elements of the bill we had consultations on. As you can appreciate, I've been a minister in this portfolio for 3 weeks.
The Honourable Member.
Yes or no women's groups consultation?
The Honourable Minister.
Look forward to those consultations, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Member.
Has C2 been costed?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, this is something that Canadians asked for in the election.
The Honourable Member.
Yes or no, has it been costed?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, the bill has been presented. We look forward to a robust discussion on the bill.
The Honourable Member.
Were any Indigenous groups consulted in the drafting of C2?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, many elements of this bill were consulted over the last year or so, but we look forward to a robust discussion.
The Honourable Member.
Were any police or chief organizations consulted during the drafting process of C2?
The Honourable Minister.
A number of police organizations were consulted, the RCMP, as well as our intelligence.
The Honourable Member.
Were any victim rights organizations consulted? Yes.
The Honourable Minister.
Many organizations were consulted as part of different.
We are done.